Hey, what's going on, Gemini? It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. What's up? I'm just going to talk and do a couple of deck cuts in the background here. So, guys, I'm doing your July 2020 bonus tarot card reading. So this is where I go sort of outside my usual this is regularly scheduled programming. So I found this spread, and it is called Inner Demons. And this is going to help look at your shadow self and what your darkest aspect are, so you can sort of merge them a little bit more into your daily life, you know? So I hope that you find this an interesting read. And, you know, thanks everybody for being here and subscribing to the channel and all your comments and everything. And, you know, I just really appreciate you guys being here. And anyway, so let me shuffle a couple more times here. Keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading. I think I said everything I needed to say. And then we'll just jump right into the reading. I like to keep the intro short. Did I say this is the Witch's Tarot? Probably. But anyway, let's have a look at your darkest aspect, Gemini. And I really blew that shuffle, so I'm going to give her one more time. And I blew that shuffle again. But what happened is I have a card sort of slinking out of the middle of the deck. So let's take that one here. And your darkest aspect. And these have been really cool readings, you guys. They're not scary. So we do have the Five of Swords here. So anytime you see the five, it's showing a little bit of a regret, a feeling of lack. I'm really just going down a tunnel here. It's like, this is what I'm seeing for you guys, is like going down an endless tunnel. It felt really strange. I was just trying to focus on your energy, and it was like, it's like this vortex opened up, and being like led down it into sort of a bottomless, I wanted to say pit, but a well of endless thinking. Wow. So, and this card always feels a little bit Silence of the Lambs to me. So you guys could have a very, very dark side, where you see things in a bit of a twisted way, you know, different than other people, and sort of envision worst case scenarios, you know, what could go wrong. And that can be a very dark place to be, you know, if you're in that kind of a mindset. So, I mean, that was a very strange energy for me. And as a tarot card reader, I'd really prefer not to touch it again, because I felt like I could really slip into it. So I just want to go ahead and clear the deck here with another shuffle. And then we'll look at what area of your life is most affected by this aspect. I mean, if you can look at any situation and turn it into a tragedy, that's very difficult to deal with. So we've got the Justice card here. So this could really prevent you from seeing things in a fair way. You know, especially if you are giving other people motivation for the things that they do without knowing all of the facts. Finding this very fascinating, what I'm uncovering here, because we do have the Justice card. So, you know, your vision could be skewed a little bit. You know, maybe you grew up with somebody that was a conspiracy theorist, so when you look at things, that's what you jump to, you know. Or there's a certain darkness here, you guys, you know. And very, very interesting. And if this is you, if you resonate with what I'm saying here right now, you don't need me to explain it any further, because you already know about it. And I don't, like I said before, I don't want to get too deep into it, because you know, this is particularly dark, and, you know, that's cool. Like, I get it. You know, I have a dark side too. We all do. And I'm aware of my dark side, but many people aren't. But I really feel like you guys are aware of this, because it can really take over sometimes and lead you down paths of thoughts that are don't know, maybe make other people cringe a little bit, you know? But there's also something very powerful about that. And hold on, I just had a card flip out, so it wants to be red for your next card, and of course it's like way over there, so I'm going to go on a pause so you don't have to see this. Not graceful. So what I was getting is like these are the ruminations of people that can be extremely successful in the genre of horror. And you know, when you think of Stephen King, you know, and I guess M. Night Shyamalan, you know, people think of these things and they bring them to life. So this is why I'm seeing you guys could really use that as a creative outlet. You could be creating comic books and stuff like that. You could really turn this into a benefit for you instead of, I don't know if you feel ashamed about it, or like how if you're like not sleeping at night or whatever, but like there's a certain creative genius to that also. So the card that flipped out onto the floor is, what is your inner demon? The Magician. Oh, that's a little weird. So it's really feeling like everything that you were thinking can be brought to life here. The Magician is being able to create things, and he's usually a really, really good energy, but I see that this dark side of you is inspiring this inner demon, not in a good way. You know, you could be having really bad nightmares. You could be afraid. You know, you could be afraid of the dark. You could be really scaring yourself again with this worst case scenario thinking. But again, with the Magician, you could bring this to life, but in a different way. Like if you have any sort of creative ability, can you write? Can you draw? Can you do makeup? Like, can you do something? You know, somebody on my channel, she does special effects, you know, and it's really creepy stuff, you know, Eve, if you're watching. But it's amazing. So, I mean, that comes from somewhere. So it's taking that darkness and turning into a real, you know, where you can profit off of it and make money from it. And then that'll kind of exercise your demons too and give you a little bit of an outlet instead of sitting there in the corner like, you know, and being afraid, you know. And just on the offside, like maybe you should stop reading really scary books and watching Saw movies and stuff like that. I had to cut that stuff out of my diet, you know, just because I couldn't sleep at night and all of this other stuff. But you could really create a living out of this. So let's see, the fourth card. How do I understand the demon to accept and heal? So this guy keeps popping up, and he's like the least impressive card in this deck, you know. But what he is saying here, he's pretty powerful that he can cut this off anytime. And you can cut these thoughts off anytime you want to. There's something that you need to learn in order to stop scaring yourself. And I really do believe, like, what I'm feeling from these cards is to be able to turn your darkness into your income somehow. There's something out there. Maybe it's, I don't know, like cosplay. You could be designing things. There's something really big. Like, this was a gift that you were given. It just might not feel like it at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're staring at certain shadows in the corner. You know, yeah, I've been there. I've still been there. This is why I have a dog, you know? So let's see, how can you overcome this demon and darkness? 10 of Pentacles, you guys, it's the jackpot card. It's like everything I was talking about here. You can take this and turn it into something really profitable and something is going to work for you. And for some of you, if you're single, you could meet somebody, you know, that is into this kind of genre and they understand it a little bit different and they get a kick out of it instead of being scared of it. You know, and I'm seeing for some of you where you need to maybe explore a little bit of folklore and things that you were maybe brought up on that causing you those sleepless nights, and maybe some other things too, and understanding that your darkness is a gift, and to make it work for you. And there's definitely a community of people out there that really love this kind of thing, you know. There's so many ways of expressing this. You don't have to sit alone, you know, with all the lights blazing in your house and being afraid and being worried that you're a freak of nature if your thoughts are really, really dark. Because, hey man, look at how rich people have made themselves. Again, Stephen King. Man, have you seen some of this stuff? Oh, if you really want to get scared, read Gerald's Game. Oh, I didn't sleep for 3 nights after I read that book, frankly. So there's something really here, you could turn it around and make it start really clicking for you instead of worrying about what everybody else is doing and reading, you know, dark aspects into somebody else's life and taking a little thread and like pulling it until you've got this whole, you know, big frazzled ball of wool of like fear. And yeah, instead of like letting it run you, you run it. You're in control of your dark side. You know, you guys got to sit down at the table together and start going, okay, let's do something with this, instead of all this worry that you have and thinking that maybe you're a freak. You're not a freak. You're not a freak. You just don't understand your darkness yet. And, you know, you have to invite your darkness to the table. Really cool, guys. And let me know if you're able to do something with this, because that's what I see here. You can either build yourself a nice little empire or find your soulmate, which is really cool. 10 of Pentacles, cha-ching. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up here and just send you guys love, many blessings, and all of that great stuff. So take care. Bye.